Ladies and gentlemen, if you're an animal lover, it's going to be a different video.
Don't get me wrong.
What did you do? Why'd you kill the cat? Smile for me. Smile with your teeth. Go like this. Did you eat that cat? Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with it.
Did you see her eating it?
Eating it.
She was eating it?
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased.
Somebody said drugs, and I'm like, no, I think it's Haitians. They imported a lot of people in a town that has like 60,000 people, and they imported 20,000 Haitians from a failed state. So they had to survive by doing failed state stuff. There are reports of Haitian migrants stealing and butchering geese, cats, and dogs in Springfield, Ohio. Warning to all about our beloved pets and those around us. My neighbor informed me that her daughter friend has lost her cat. She checked pages, kennels, asked around etc. One day she came home from work. As soon as she stepped out of her car, looked toward the neighbor's house where Haitians live, and saw her cat hanging from a branch like you do a deer for butchering, and they were carving it up to eat. I've been told they are doing this to dogs. They've been doing it to Snyder Park with... They have been doing it at Snyder Park with dogs and geese, as I was told that last bit by rangers and police. Please keep a close eye on these animals. Bruh. And people are already memeing, you get what you voted for. And I'm surprised, because I thought Ohio, at least from what I find online, is a little more to the right. They voted for this? Or did you just dump it there and they have no option?
I am the one who got us this far, you sentient enema.
Mayor Rue, tell us what's going on in Springfield.
Well, what we've seen is just such a quick increase of our population over the last 5 years. You know, like you said, up to 15 to 20,000 immigrants have come across and into our community. This has overwhelmed our safety services and caused great concern for our community.
Brian, you're the city manager. Tell us more and how this influx is impacting the city.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you for having us on this morning. You know, when we see a 25% increase over a 3-year period, we're a community, we do not have the capacity to sustain that. And it's taxing our infrastructure. It's taxing public safety. It's taxing our schools. It's taxing healthcare. And as J.D. Vance spoke on, it's taxing our housing. We had a housing shortage well before this immigration crisis that's impacted our community, and this has just made it 100 times worse. And so it's setting communities like Springfield up to fail, and we do not have the capacity to sustain it. And without additional federal assistance or support, again, communities like Springfield will fail.
That's racist.
Is Ohio City a good neighborhood? It's a really good neighborhood for families especially. It's well-diverse locations, farmer markets are in the area. Oh, that's why they're all going there. They're going to work. Why are Haitians moving to Springfield, Ohio? They're moving or they're getting delivered? But it has changed dramatically in recent years as a boom of manufacturing and warehouse jobs attracted a swelling wave of immigrants, mainly from Haiti. City officials estimate it's about 20,000 who has arrived, most of them since the pandemic. Okay, so in a way, I can blame the people that are building and manufacture, or I can blame the people that don't know how to negotiate.
If I put the seat up to urinate and then put it down after I'm done, at your request, that is 2 seat repetitions per urinary event. This arrangement means that if you go into the bathroom, you can just sit down and urinate and leave with 0 seat repetitions per urinary event. Would it not then be a fair and equitable marriage arrangement, creating a scenario where we are both responsible for only 1 seat repetition per urinary event? And she's gone.
Is it okay before we send people over here to be able to work over here for this manufacturing place, to have an infrastructure and a way to educate these people so they don't start killing dogs, cats and those things because they are hungry?
Whoa, 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 whoa. So wait till you hear this one. I'm just taking my dog for a walk.
What a tasty treat!
So my daughter enrolls my 4-year-old grandson into preschool last week, and they have a little meet and greet. I think it was Thursday. I just heard about this yesterday. And if you watch my channel, you know I live in small town Ohio. So she goes, takes him down to the meet and greet. They tell her that she has to hire a translator with her own money in order to send him to preschool because he is the only student that doesn't speak Spanish.
Get out of here!
Really? So obviously she didn't do it. She pulled him out of preschool. And this migrant problem is not, it's not a red state, blue state thing, because I live in a red state and we're just overrun with them. So it's our whole government. It's all of them. Can you believe that? Can't go to preschool because he doesn't speak Spanish. Unbelievable.
I was right again. It is a red state. They just dump a bunch of people. They're telling everybody it's for manufacturing, but for some odd reason they're not working because they don't have money. So they start eating all the animals in a very safe, chill neighborhood of the red state.
Societies like Koreans, they might have a God complex, but they don't have a history of oppressing another group of people.
Each other, right?
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, what the
What do you mean?
You don't think Asians had, they didn't oppress?
Koreans didn't have slaves. We didn't fly.
Did Koreans have slaves?
Korea had the longest unbroken chain of slavery of any society in history. Holy shit!
You guys are scumbags.
We're scumbags.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't believe everybody. Don't even believe me. Do your own research and you'd be surprised what you're going to find, and you'd be surprised how many people will tell you to shut up.
The Hungarian government's anti-immigrant rhetoric was furthered when a senior official said Budapest would bus illegal migrants to Brussels.
Az Európai Unió, Brüsszel arra akarja kényszeríteni Magyarországot, hogy engedjük be azokat az illegális migránsokat, akiket eddig feltartóztattunk, akiket eddig 1 millió alkalommal tartóztattunk föl a magyar déli határnál, akkor Magyarország az európai eljárásrend lefolytatása után felajánlja ezeknek az illegális migránsoknak, hogy önkéntesen, ingyenesen, egy útra, akkor Brüsszelbe szállítjuk őket.
So Hungary just got fined 200 million by the EU government or whatever just because they didn't want to apply to this. And they're like, hey, we're going to send all these people back to Belgium one-way ticket because if they love them so much, take them out.
No.
I'm not surprised a lot of people are thinking like that. Why? Because it's not about dumping people. It's about helping people when you have the possibility to help them the same as many people as possible.
Please don't. I can't, babes. I don't want to know.
But it seems like certain people don't care about that. People in offices that tells me how I need to live with other people. I don't think it's a fair way to make a deal. I think they're doing such a bad job that whenever they really want to help me, I poop my pants.
I was out and about yesterday, driving around Springfield. I was looking at the giant holes in some of our buildings. I noticed all of the old familiar spots bearing new signs in an unfamiliar language. I watched as groups of strangers walked around the city like lost tourists, and it was like a punch in the gut. A terrible sadness came over me, and I began to cry. I immediately started to think back to when I was little, walking from my grandma's house on South Fountain through downtown and all the way to Snyder Park, going to Wren's to get new school clothes and shoes, the excitement of the mall for lunch at the Blue Fox, or even better to see Santa, riding down High Street, admiring the beauty of those stately homes and their amazing architecture, dropping pennies in the fountain and making wishes. And now, all those warm memories are becoming fuel to the fire of anger inside of me. I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest.
I was about to stop the video when she said pest because I don't know how a bunch of people would take that information. But what she's going to say after, it made it go like,
I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here. I'm angry that another country's flag was being flown in our city. I'm angry when I see our businesses and recreational areas littered with garbage left by people that do not know or understand our laws and culture and are making no attempt to learn about them. And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving themselves in public. Making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me. Will it be some sort of dystopian wasteland with most of our original residents having moved away and those that cannot afford to move being locked inside their homes, living in fear? This thought is keeping me awake at night. I just want the old Springfield back. I know it was far from perfect, but at least it was still ours. Thank you.
Translation: if somebody is coming from a failed state that you want us to accept, even if we don't invite them, at least educate them on the current state, how we do things over here.
Oh, we can't tell anyone about this. That is the last thing in the world we want to do.
We banned banning books, especially banning LGBTQ books for themes in that.
I totally agree with him. Banning books is so bad, but give people option. Give them a kiddie Bible, just like mine. Yeah.
I just got off the insurance company. Got off the phone with the insurance company and was told that my insurance went up because of the cost of doing business in my area. I have two vehicles, two nice vehicles that I'm, took a loan out on. And both of the drivers, me and my wife, have good driving record. No accidents and she's never had an accident. I had an accident when I was a teenager, so it's probably been over 15, 16 years ago I had an accident. And my insurance has gone up over $100 a month within 6 months. I pay over $420 a month for insurance for full coverage on 2 cars. They're nice looking cars. So I live in Springfield, Ohio, where the influx of Haitians are, and Springfield, Ohio, where the influx of Haitians are.
If two insurance meet, they negotiate how they're going to pay the thing. But if there's no negotiation, the one has to pay everything, and the other one,
bye, have a great time.
I'm just surprised that undocumented people can drive without a driver's license and without insurance.
And we have had a enormous amount of car accidents because they don't know how to drive. So now, because of that, my car insurance has gone up significantly. I might as well be taking out another car payment at this point just to cover my cars, but the government makes it so that you have to have car insurance. So I thought, I'm going to shop around and see if I can find a cheaper rate. And all of the other insurance companies have given me the same rate, if not more.
Because they're gaining money. They're friends. They're like, how can we raise the price for the cars? Congress, I'll give you money.
So I don't have a choice. So I got to pay for another car payment, basically, for insurance, just so I can have these 2 cars that I own. Because people around here don't know how to... So I asked the lady at the insurance company, I'm like, so you guys are making me pay, even though I have 2 drivers on the insurance that have never had an accident. You're making me pay because other people around here don't know how to drive? And she said, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. She said the cost of doing business in your area has gone up exponentially, so we have to adjust for that. And I'm like, that's kind of f***ed up, don't you think? And she said, yes, sir. Yeah, it's kind of messed up, and I don't agree with it, but that's just how it is. And I'm like, okay, nothing I can fucking do about it. Now, I'm not at all asking for violence against these people. I know they're probably, fleeing from something that's really terrible in their country. But somebody's responsible for busing all these people here. Places like Topre or Dole, all these different factories that we've gotten in this area that are looking for employees. So they decided they're going to bus these people over.
I'm not blaming them. I'm just calling out the people that are making more money so their allies can make more money.
So now they have workers that they can underpay and overwork. And these people are living good. They're getting benefits. They're making good money, and they're calling their friends and their families, sending money back home and busing more people here. We got to do something about it. 1/3 of our population is now Haitian immigrants, undocumented people. I don't know what you do about it, but the city of Springfield needs to figure it out because the people are getting pissed.
The citizen shouldn't be teaching you how to solve the issue. You need to do it by yourself. But hey, you're the boss, dress nicely, but you have no idea how to solve the freaking issue?
And y'all can take them to Sunset, and y'all can park them right over there, and y'all can teach people how to drive, since the Highway State Patrol know so much about traffic laws and know what to do in traffic. Y'all pay them. They can go over there and teach these Haitians how to drive.
I have a great idea and I don't know how to drive a car, but I know now more about insurance than most of the people, so I can say, why don't you pay the insurance of these Haitians so other people don't have to pay more, scaring the insurance company?
Pretty smart, dude.
Oh my god!
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Durlo que ta verde ta welcome.